Rob, we finally have an update.
Well, it's understandable when you're trying to assess what happened to Sierra Tahoe, because you have to remember that this is the first ski resort really in the world that took a direct hit from a huge wildfire. And to try and process what happened to the equipment, to the trees, to the terrain, to everything, it was going to take some time. So let's go back and show you what happened to Sierra Tahoe back when the Caldor Fire made its run toward the Tahoe Basin. In the very beginning, firefighters were pretty confident at various points they were going to be able to pinch this fire off, and there was no way it could make it up the ridge and take a direct hit to Sierra Tahoe. But that, in fact, did happen. Now we're learning, as I'll show you some of the stats that were released yesterday by the general manager, John Rice, here at Operation Sierra Storm, that the damage was indeed very, very major. 6 of the 9 lifts were damaged by this. And to just get one lift up and running, it takes years and years and years, let alone to assess the damage and then get it running again with very limited supplies, as we all know with the supply chain. 80% of the trees for the whole resort on U.S. Forest Service land are damaged or destroyed and need to be taken down because it's a risk to the future skiers and snowboarders. And finally, the biggest thing which could affect the whole industry is now there's an insurance claim. They do have insurance. They've got to go through all the equipment, everything they need to get back to be up and running, and this has never been processed at this scale. So every resort, not only in the United States, but in North America, which are all at risk because they're all in these prime zones surrounded by very flammable material like giant trees and in terrain that could easily be affected by forest fires, they're going to figure out what happens with Sierra Tahoe. All the insurance is going to be adjusted to the future risk of something like this that happened here in the Tahoe Basin happening somewhere else. He described to me, I'm back out here live at Heavenly Village, he described to me that he has gone through all the various stages that you go through: denial, grief, and now he's at the stage of acceptance. What he's revealing to everybody is they have a plan that they think they could be up and running in spring. They could get a fuel list going, they could get the positive energy going, they're going to continue to do all the work they need to do through the summer, and they expect and they hope they could be fully back open with all those lifts next season. Back to you.
Yeah, it's a process, and they got to get all those dead or dying trees out of there too, so there's still some cleanup stuff to do. Okay, Rob, thank you.